Good morning. Welcome all of you on Wednesday. We are in the second week of Lent, and today we have very important gospel which can really, hopefully anyway, help us to see the heart of Christianity. To see the right attitude as Christians should have. Of course, in many other occasions we already spoke about it. What does it mean to be a Christian? Be second Christ. Let us listen to the passage of the Gospel. From the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus was going up to Jerusalem, and on the way he took the 12 on one side and said to them, "Now we are going up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man is about to be handed over to the chief priests and scribes. They will condemn him to death. I will hand him over to the pagans to be mocked and scourged and crucified. And on the third day he will rise again." Then the mother of Zebedee's son came with her sons to make a request of him and bowed low. And he said to her, "What is it you want?" She said to him, "Promise that these two sons of mine may one sit at your right hand and the other at your left in your kingdom." "You do not know what are you asking," Jesus answered. "Can you drink the cup that I am going to drink?" They replied, "We can." "Very well," he said, "you shall drink my cup. But as for seats at my right hand and my left, these are not mine to grant. They belong to those to whom they have been allotted by my Father." When the other 10 heard this, they were indignant with the two brothers. But Jesus called them to him and said, "You know that among the pagans the rulers lord it over them, and their great men make their authority felt. This is not to happen among you. No. Anyone who wants to be great among you must be your servant, and anyone who wants to be first among you must be your slave. Just as the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. I think so. This scene is very easy to imagine. It's quite known. And we know, that this passage is fitting in this aspect of Jesus being misunderstood by his disciples. We have this in the Gospels of all the Gospels, in different maybe way to express it. When we heard already not long ago as Peter, who want to correct Jesus Christ, seems that he is not really understanding what Jesus is trying to do, what is the mission of Jesus. We see that many times they worry or they have to question Jesus Christ on the side, because it seems that they didn't understand different parables, different teachings. Here we have as well something like Jesus Christ is speaking about the passion, about resurrection, and this guy is looking for the first places, and the other guy is getting upset, Seems that it's quite, they're not really tuned into what Jesus Christ is saying. So just to see few elements. First of all, yes, this guys. The 10 guys who get indignant when they heard of John and James' request made by by their mother. So they get indignant. It's a very interesting word. Indignant means displeased or annoyed. Is a reaction when something seems unfair, unjust, or offensive, insulting. Different translations sometimes use the word that they get angry. The Greek word used there comes from the word grief. So they were kind of, they experience, we could say that that something died, like this. Most probably we can see their anger and their pain. It is because they desire the same thing as James and John here present. They wanted the first places, the places of honor. To be recognized, to be in higher position, and they grieve because it seems that someone was first there in front of them, and they already made that request to see that all of them were the same, those who asked and those who didn't ask. They have the same in their heart. This misunderstanding of the mission of Jesus. So Jesus is addressing all of them, speaking about taking the last place, to become small, to become humble, to become servant, even more than servant. It's a slave, to be a slave, really to do exactly what we are told to do, and exactly when we are told to do, without grumbling, without putting our own opinion, our expectations. It is from time to time, for sure in the relation with the Lord, but even to obey in the family, or in the work, to have one day without defending my rights, defending my opinion, thinking I know better, at least 24 hours. Submit totally and become a slave. Anyway, this is showing us, that we are in Lent, that there is many times the scandal of the cross when the suffering comes. But here, something very important. It's so rich. The attitude of the disciples, the reaction, the figure of a mother here, very important, many things. But it is quite interesting that these two disciples, sons of Zebedee, the mother's name is Salome. She will be under the cross in the moment of crucifixion, under the cross. But the request was that they could be one on right hand of Jesus and the other at Jesus' left side in the kingdom. It's quite interesting that they want to be on the sides. It is like, really, Jesus is, of course, is in the center, and we are, his ambassadors, or there next to him. But Jesus Christ is speaking about something else. Jesus Christ is speaking about drinking this chalice So to drink from the same chalice, to pass through the same suffering. So it is not only about looking at Jesus, because if I'm on the side, I can look at him, I can admire him, I can put him as an example, I can worship him, and many times we do that, which in many ways is true, it is right. But we do this many times, first with Jesus and then with saints. And saying they were a kind of particular people. Of course, Jesus, he was God. All this sacrifice he did, offer his own life. We can go, admire and worship, and then we ask different graces. With the same with saints, fantastic stories of conversions, of they lived in poverty, or accepting their own sickness is fantastic. Then I go, and from both, from Jesus or through saints, we ask comfort, security, health, no problems. So this is what Jesus Christ is trying to also tell us today. That we're not to be at the sides of Jesus, right, left, just watching him, putting him in the center. No, he wants that we are where he is, that we take our own cross, that we become second Jesus Christ. To have nature of Jesus Christ, and to be witness of God's love in this generation. So to be ready to give our own life for the others. I don't know if that's become clear, but Jesus said in the other passage in the Gospel that he desired that we will be where he is. So you may be where I am. And here speaking about drinking the same cup, the same chalice, the chalice of suffering, this passion. So it is not just to see also in land that it is Jesus, his passion. Yes, it is very important. But it's also important to see that this is for me, and it is also about me. That it is also a call that you and me will be able to give our own life. That you and me will be the ones who become small, those who will be, not defending, will be willingly offering their own life for the salvation of the others. Of course, when we become like Jesus Christ, when we will have his heart, his spirit, for this we go to him and ask. For this we see him as our example, but not just to admire from afar. It is to enter in that fight, to have our part in it, and to be able to die for the others. So not at the side, not at the distance, not just watching, but being there in the center with Jesus Christ, giving our own life for the others. Hopefully this gospel can inspire us today in the morning to have the right attitude in the relation with God. If we go to ask for different things, not to ask for comfort and easy life, but to ask for strength to enter in that fight of this day, fight of Lent, our different fights of our life, to be truly witness, to be like Jesus Christ, day after day, more and more. God bless you. Have a great day.